Here's some good news. Diesel, petrol and paraffin will be coming down in price on Wednesday. A welcome relief after 3 successive hikes in these fuels. Petrol will be dropping by R1.78 a litre, diesel by 82 or 85 cents, depending on which grade you use, and paraffin going down by R1.30 a litre. Unfortunately, the price of gas is still on an upward trajectory, going up by R1.49 a kilogram come Wednesday. Let's get details now with Layton Beard of the Automobile Association. Layton, always great to chat to you, and it's nice to be talking some good news for a change around the price of fuel. What's behind these decreases?
Yeah, I think it certainly is welcome relief from the increases that we've seen over the past couple of months, Sally. I mean, if you look at the Department of Mineral Resources and Energy release, they're very clear that crude oil inventories have increased because of increased production from non-OPEC plus producers, which is good news. The lifting of sanctions on Venezuela by the US has created a positive outlook of supply. And the fact that the Israel-Hamas conflict is not affecting the flow of fuel and the supply chains in other parts of the world seem to be stable. So, those are the main reasons they've given in terms of, the oil prices. Obviously, the rand depreciated. It did take a bit of shine off the decrease that we got. It would have been a bit more substantive, but I think we'll take R1.78. I think consumers and motorists will take R1.78, and they'll take the 85 cents to diesel, which in our view is the significant number, because it's not gonna mean an increase to input costs in all of those sectors we talk about: agriculture, retail, manufacturing, and so yes, good news across the board. And I mean, very happy. Hopefully this trend continues. We'll look at the numbers going into December, maybe middle of the month, but certainly a very, very positive outlook.
Why does gas continue to rise, though?
Unfortunately, when you're looking at the gas prices, you're looking at product prices of LPG gas, which higher prices of propane and butane during the period under review. So those two fuels were more expensive, and obviously that's leading to an increase locally for gas users.
So let's talk about December, because you were saying let's hope this, we have another decrease come December. But the truth is, after the October 7 attacks in Israel, the price of Brent crude oil went over $90, which is really high. Has that already been factored into this increase, or is that potentially still coming for the next announcement?
Look, it has already been factored in. When you look at the prices, the Brent crude, which is the benchmark oil price, which is why we always speak about it, it decreased from 91 on average. It decreased from around $91 to 88. So it's been factored in here. And very significantly, Sally, I think the DMRE made a very strong point of saying it has not yet affected the flow. I'm talking about the conflict in the Middle East. It has not yet affected the flow of crude oil, though it is happening in the oil-rich region of the Middle East, meaning that in other regions, the flow of oil and the supply of oil seems to be stable. And it's doubtful that the conflict is actually going to reach those areas. So for the moment, I think, when we've obviously got one eye on December, we have to look at what's happening in November, the oil prices, and we're just starting that month on Wednesday. For now, obviously, it's not having an impact. Is it going to have an impact going forward? I think it's doubtful, but something that you obviously keep an eye on.
All right. So if that stays stable, could we see another decrease in December? And let's look at the context. I mean, we started the year quite a bit lower, I think at least sort of R2 lower per litre of petrol than we're on currently, even with this decrease, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I mean, let's just have a look at the price of petrol. Currently, we're trading at around R23.90. That's the cost inland. It's around R23.18. That's the cost at the coast. In January of this year, we were trading at R21.40 and R20.75. So it was around R2.50 cheaper at the coast and about the same inland. So you're quite correct. I mean, at one stage during the year, in fact, in October, we were trading very close to R26. So yes, I mean, the price has come, it's gone up. It's come down. We're pretty much in that same band as we were roughly around March, April. Is the price going to come down again in December? Look, we always ask this question. It's got to do with the way the rand is going to perform against the US dollar. What is happening with those international product prices? What's happening with the base price of fuel? Obviously, we'd like to say that the outlook is positive, but I think it's still too early to make that call. Middle of the month, we'll have a clearer picture. Do we want it? Obviously, we do, yeah.
Absolutely, we do. Thank you so much. But in the meantime, we'll look forward to the decreases on Wednesday. Layton Beard from the Automobile Association. Of course, up next,